been worse days.
On this week's Wine Walk, I am joined by my first lady guest, and so we had to make it a really
honored.
extra special one. Kate and I are getting drunk off champagne in Central Park and going ice skating. It's 70 degrees.
It was. What a beaut.
Oh,
Don't worry,
ooh.
I got you.
Get that shit.
I'm on it. We're not gonna waste any. Big mimosa lady. It's a great way to start out the day. Great middle of the night drink. Wonderful lunchtime thing too. It just, you really can't go wrong. The bubbles and the fizz.
Is she still talking about the champagne?
Oh yeah. Cheers. Look at all these kids running around, still full of life, not yet beaten down by the world.
God damn, Kate.
Just kidding.
These morons
Good for
don't know
them.
what's coming.
Boy, are they gonna have a lot of sad times.
Oh yeah. That's where we're gonna go right there. And how did you end up at Barstool? Because I remember, obviously you were doing ZBT with Chaps, but when did he decide to even put the idea of you coming to Barstool to HQ to work here?
Long story short, right after I got out of the military, I had moved up to New York to finish school at Fordham. And as I was doing that, Jon Stewart at The Daily Show started a veteran immersion program. So once a week, this group of veterans would get to come over to the show, start to finish, pick the brains of the camera guys. Shout out, John. The writers, this and that. And I remember sitting in the writer's room, and for the first time in my life, I was like, this is what I want to do with my life. It like completely lit a fire under my ass. From there, I got really lucky and I got a job at Comedy Central in the production department.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And I was just a lackey in the production department. I was like bottom of the totem pole, department assistant kind of thing. But I was a huge comedy fan, so comedians were coming in and I got to see how the big picture worked, how these shows get made and everything. So that also kind of really confirmed that I want to do something in media, I want to do something with comedy. Then I got divorced and I flipped out. I was like, I got to get out of New York. I just had a complete
Why did you guys get
meltdown.
divorced?
It's a long story. I know.
That's how we get out of that moment right
Yes,
there, Kate.
a
You don't have to
quick
talk about
thumbs
it.
up. Yeah, no, thank God for that guy. I planted him just in case. I was working at Comedy Central, ended up going through that big breakup, huge change in my life, and I freaked out and moved back. I just packed up my little Honda CRV that I talk about all the time, packed it up, and just moved back home. So
And how long ago was that?
This was now probably about 3 years ago.
Okay.
So I didn't have anywhere to live. My parents had just sold their house. I moved into my Aunt Peggy's basement in Delco, which is right outside Philly. And I started working concessions where the 76ers play and at the convention center and stuff like that. And it was great because even though it wasn't the ideal job, it kept me really busy and it kept me around the sports culture all the time. Started going back to community college. I was going to be a dental assistant. That was my new dream. I was like, I give up on comedy. I'll always do it on the
That's why you
side.
paid attention to the guy that said I had vampire teeth.
Yes. So I started doing that, and while that was happening, I got a calzone for lunch one day that looked exactly like a vagina. It's still up on my Instagram if you want to see it. It came piping hot. The cheese was coming out of the little crack in the middle, and there was a little pepperoni button on top.
God, what
Guys,
a visual.
that's the clitoris. There is one. It's real. So I tweeted it. I'm like, haha, my calzone looks like a vagina, and somebody tagged Chaps in it because, for those who don't know, he does every blog about anything that looks like genitals, that's food or a tree or a carrot, whatever. He blogs it. So he slid in my DMs. He said, hey, do you mind if I use this picture for my blog? I said, of course. And he was in the Marine Corps, and he saw that I had been in the Marine Corps, and he said, oh, shit. Well, why don't you come on our podcast sometime? He was
And
like,
this was how long ago?
less than a year ago.
Wow.
Well, about a year ago now. And so Chaps got me an interview with Dave, came up to New York.
I met you when you came in.
Did
when you
really?
came in, I
was
remember
so
that.
nervous.
Yeah.
I remember I was wearing Kohl's business casual, like a Hillary Clinton light suit, like shoulder pads and stuff. And I was like,
pantsuit,
oh, like I just showed that I could not be more wrong for this job. But I sat down with Dave, and he's like, so what's your background? I was like, right now, like selling cheese cups and stuff, haha. And he was like, what? And I was like, I'm going to school to be a dental assistant. And he's like, what? And just so like straightforward and like, nah, I'm so like bleeding heart. And he was just I was like, oh my God, I blew it. But because Chaps had vouched for me, he gave me the job. He was like, if Chaps says you're good, you're good. Here, you start like next week. And I was like, oh my God, I never saw that coming in a million years. And it's all because of a vagina calzone. Like, it's crazy.
Everything starts and ends with a vagina.
Yes, it's true. Actually, classy move. I gotta pee like a racehorse. Can we take Let me take it.
Do you want to take your wine in there, or should I?
I'll take it.
Disgusting.
No, maybe not.
Disgusting. Just littering
For the
her wine
cameras,
with
but
feces.
no, if she wasn't here, I would.
Gross.
I'm leaving my mic on too.
Somehow it's just standing in a bathroom line. She looks awkward.
Last time I saw skid marks this big was in the bathrooms back there.
Let's go ice skate.
All right. I thought it was
We're just not going to comment on that.
No.
John is losing interest in us.
What if this was the whole episode? Us just trying to figure out how to put our fucking boots on.
You're gonna yell me into this. I don't know why cameras in here.
Oh no, how about out there? Oh no!
Yes. Okay.
I'm just not gonna move my left foot, but just keep moving my right foot like
Okay,
a
hold
little
on.
motorboat.
I got to get. Oh my God! You know what? Not for nothing, but it is much harder to skate when you're like skating on a little
yeah.
pool.
Now, were you ever an athlete?
I ran track.
What was your race?
And I did the mile.
Oh, there
And
you
my fastest time, I actually now don't remember. It was either 5:49 or 5:51.
go. Holy shit balls.
Now I cannot do that.
All right.
Oh my God, sorry.
I feel like we should go with this guy. Is he gonna give us instructions?
Uh-oh, he's not playing any games with
No.
kids.
It's not a game. It's not a game.
My feet are cramping up like little balls.
These fucking little kids just
Damn kids.
skate around like nothing. So this, Kate, is a good example of a great first date
This
because
is a great date.
see, I
did
bring
something.
people on good dates, and that's the key. Is you don't need to spend $100 on a bottle of champagne. She's
No.
probably not gonna know anyways. A little something. You do an activity. That way, if the date is terrible, you're distracted by your surroundings and whatever activity you're doing, and also fantastic birth control.
Great birth control. If things go well on that date, you're gonna probably pull out after this.
Screaming kids everywhere, yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna be responsible. And if you don't like New York, fuck you. It's great.
Oh, there's a kid. There's a kid.
Where's the Home Alone hotel? I think
Oh,
it's
the
over
plaza's over there.
here. Oh, over there.
Have you never been to the plaza? Oh, we gotta walk over there.
All right.
Okay.
Been around this revolving door in the movie.
Oh my God, it smells good.
God, we're living the dream. It smells like lilacs. Wow.
This is what the wealthy smell like.
Wow. This
You know
is
what? For your
beautiful.
birthday, I'm gonna bring you to have tea here.
Really? They do tea?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sold.
A really fancy tea.
Oh wow, look at the ceiling. Holy crap. Wow. This is what I mean about exploring.
Yeah.
You don't have to spend a ton of money to eat here. You can just walk in with a cup full of booze till you get kicked out.
Well, I'm
Nice.
out of booze. You're.
Pretty out.
Yeah, I'm out.
But I mean, we still get the gist of it. It smells great. I see
God,
the
it
beauty.
smells so good.
We don't need to drop.
I'm not even listening to what you're saying. It
No, you
smells
don't have
so
to.
wonderful.
As long as we're just looking around like we belong here. Yeah.
Let's go down this hall and see what kind of fancy stuff
All
they
right.
got for us.
Lovely.
Kate, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Agreed. Any good bars around here?
Can you just let me have my moment?
All right.